Hi, my name is Jezlyn. Today we are going to discuss a very interesting book that I love, Eleanor and Park by Rowell. I am so excited to be talking about this book because I love this book so much. Can you see the colorful bookmarks? Because I have so many things I want to talk in this video. Now, this book is a contemporary book. This is the first Rowell book that I have read as of so far because this is part of my BRM, my Rainbow. I can't talk. This book is part of my BRM. If you guys don't know what that is, I will link a video right here. You guys should check it out. First of all, I'm gonna say that this book, I rate it a 4 out of 5 stars. I love the story so much. The characters are so relatable and the storyline is so cute. I finished this book in 3 sittings in 2 days, and this is the fastest book that I've ever read through. I love this book so much. If you guys have not read this book, this is basically surrounding 2 misfits, Eleanor and Park. Now, Eleanor is known for her bright red hair and she is actually quite on the chubbier side. She has freckles and she kind of has a bad family background, so she moves into this neighborhood, so she's new to the neighborhood. She's also new to the school. And then there is Park. He grows up in the neighborhood. He feels that he doesn't belong in the neighborhood. He feels that he doesn't belong to other kids because his mother is Korean and he's half Korean, half Irish. If you are planning to read this book, you should actually know that there is a lot of curse words, there are a lot of vulgarities in this book. I, being 17, I was shocked at the amount of curse words that this book had. Like, the F word was used pretty much in every paragraph, not paragraph but every chapter. I was like, whoa, every single time I read a vulgarity and the amount of time it was used, I was like, whoa. I can't talk much about the storyline without giving away spoilers, so you guys should really just check this book out. Just read the book. I bought this book last year but recently just taken it out and why didn't I read it earlier? Because the storyline is so cute. Just read this book, just have genuine feelings without being spoiled. So leave this video, you guys have not read the book. See you guys. Bye. This book, you guys have read the book, okay? You guys have read the book. Can we just talk about the ending now? The ending. How the whole freaking book is about how Eleanor and Park can't be separated. The whole book is about how they want to see each other, how they just want to be with each other. Eleanor even lies to her mom just to be with Park. She lies about the girl that she doesn't like, Tina, just to be with Park almost every day. How are you able to go on a year without reading any letters for your boyfriend? But when he lives so near to you, you can't even wait for Monday to see him. You can't even open his letters? Why? Oh my god. I honestly was not satisfied by the ending. She went on a year without opening letters, but that's the thing, we still don't know whether she has opened the letters or not. At the end of the book, Park receives mail. He receives mail, and when you think it's a letter, it's not a letter. It's a freaking postcard. A postcard with 3 words long, a message that's 3 words long. Why? The ending, I can't. I need to get myself together. We don't know how the family deals with Eleanor not being around, and that's the thing I don't like about the ending, because we do not know how her family is at the end, or how people are still living without her, or how her life is when she's in Minnesota. We don't know what happens after she moves away. The most frustrating thing that I have felt for most part of this book is that Park keeps saying that he loves Eleanor, but Eleanor never once said that she loves him back. This book is so frustrating. Let's bring it back to the beginning of the book. Eleanor is a very relatable character. Situations that Eleanor was in, I was able to relate to them a lot. Like, she didn't love wearing shorts because she felt that she was insecure about her body, and I in the past didn't like to wear shorts because I hated my legs and I hated my body. I also like how Eleanor's character wasn't the ideal character, if you know what I mean. Like, she's on the chubbier side and she's kind of quirky and have a really creative fashion sense. Basically, Eleanor is me but with red hair and freckles, and she doesn't have to wear specs. The only thing I can relate to Eleanor is her family background. Other than that, she's one of my most relatable characters that I've ever read. I really like how Park was able to always comfort Eleanor. Like, he always sees that Eleanor is kind of upset about something. He always like tries to find out what is wrong, and the way how he interacts with her is just so cute. And then the story continues with how Park doesn't want to sit with Eleanor, but at the same time he was actually kind of sympathizing with her. Park was actually thinking of switching seats with people. He was also sympathizing with Eleanor that, oh, she'll be at the back and she'll be bullied. He kind of had this dilemma in his head. He hated himself for thinking like this. If his dad knew he was thinking like this, he'd call Park a pussy. I like how Rainbow Rowell was so straightforward with the language, like with the words. I was like, I just cracked up. Then there was a night where Park went to Eleanor's house to read with her a comic book, and then he realized that he actually made kind of a mistake. Then the next day on the bus, the way he apologized to Eleanor, it was so cute, and oh, the feels. And then there's a part where Park wants to confirm that Eleanor memorized his number. I'm just afraid you're going to forget it, he said quietly. He pushed her hair out of her eyes with his pen. I'm not going to forget it, she said. Ever. She'd probably scream out Park's number on her deathbed. Can you imagine? Just for a second, she's just lying there and everybody thinks she's dead, and then she suddenly screams out his number. And then a few sentences later, it was the nicest thing she could imagine. It made her want to have his babies and give him both of his kidneys. So adorable, I can't. I really like how Park was like slowly progressively protective over Eleanor, but at the same time Eleanor, she's actually very, in a way, insecure about herself. So there were a lot of times where she didn't want to open up to Park. So I think that was one of like a bit annoying to me, I feel. But I do understand why Eleanor does the things that she do. I really like this particular quote in this book. Eleanor was right. She never looked nice. She looked like art, and art wasn't supposed to look nice. It was supposed to make you feel something. I felt like Rainbow Rowell took my definition of what art is and put it into words. And then there is this character of Richie, and I literally thought that Richie was a good guy, but he was just having a tough exterior, you know, those kind of people that want to look tough but actually is really good. But no, I had hope for Richie, but he disappointed me. I really hated how he ended in the book, you know. And then there is the Christmas shopping. Park mom sees Eleanor's family. When they were getting home, I really like this part of the story. When they got home, Park went straight to his room. He just wanted to be alone to think about seeing Eleanor, but his mom came in a few minutes later. She sat on his bed without making a single wave. She held out a Christmas present. This is for your Eleanor, she said, from me. Your Eleanor, she said. She come from big family. I come from big family, his mom said. 3 little sisters, 3 little brothers. In big family, she said, everybody spread so thin like paper, you know. She made a tearing gesture. Nobody gets enough, she said. Nobody gets what they want. When you're always hungry, you're hungry in your head, she tapped on her forehead. I'm sorry for how I welcomed your Eleanor. I really like how in the beginning, Park's mom didn't actually like Eleanor, but when she sees Eleanor with a big family, she was able to relate because she also comes from a big family. I really like how Park's family was slowly accepting of Eleanor. Oh, and then there is this part where Eleanor's not gym clothes, but her clothes was being drenched. She was like slowly trying to like throw her clothes and get back to the counselor office, and then along the way she saw Park. This scene is actually very confusing because I didn't know what Park was thinking. When he saw her in her gym suit, his face went bright red, and I thought that, oh, like he was so embarrassed at how Eleanor looked. I thought that, oh, maybe he was thinking that, oh, I can't believe I like this girl. Like, how could he even look at her now? He wouldn't be able to, not without stripping her down to her gym suit. Now at this, I still think that maybe he was embarrassed about seeing her without thinking about that long white zipper. And I was like, why are you talking about a long white zipper? Why? What does it have to do with being embarrassed? And he was like, Jesus. I was like, I get what he was thinking. In the end, he was thinking about those type of things, and I was like, ugh, my mind is so slow that I can't keep up. Just so funny and so nice, and how just a nice touch of humor and cuteness and quirky and everything. Just like, oh, it touched my heart. Okay, then we have the scene, the conflict, the twist to the story, where basically Eleanor's stepdad was the person that was writing in her books all along. She slowly ended up with Tina and Steve, then she slowly ended up with Park. Park was like, oh, I'm gonna like drive you to your uncle. Park was like, okay, I'll drive you to Minnesota with my car. I'll come back to you after my dad falls asleep, after my dad comes back. He thought that everybody was asleep. He slowly sneaks out. He even wrote a letter. When he sneaks out and his father caught him. This scene, I was actually really angry and annoyed at how his father handled the situation. Park and his dad was slowly arguing about the plan not being a good plan. Call me when you get there, his dad said quietly. It's a straight shot up from Desmond's. They have a map. I thought I'll get one at a gas station. If you get tired, pull into a rest stop and don't talk to anybody unless you have to. They have money, $60. Here. His dad agrees. And he's like, okay, here's some money. And he doesn't even offers to drive Park and Eleanor's to Eleanor's uncle. He finds out that his son is helping his girlfriend to run away all the way to Minnesota, and the only thing that his dad could do was give money. At this time, the only person that knows about his driver license in his family is his mom, and his dad doesn't even know. So for some reason, his dad is gonna assume like, oh, my son is going to drive all the way to Minnesota and drive his girlfriend, and hopefully everything is fine. Seriously? He was able to watch the kids drive away. I tried to understand why maybe his dad didn't offer to drive them to Minnesota. But what is more important than your child's safety? Like, so frustrating. From Park's dad agreeing that Park should bring Eleanor to Minnesota all the way to the end of the book, I was not satisfied at all. And then it was the end of the story, the end of the book. I thought there was another chapter. You see this? You see this? You turn. It's a freaking acknowledgement. You can't even tell me what happened with their relationship, and you also can't tell me what was the 3 words. This book. But overall, I really enjoyed the book. This book gives me so many feels. Like, I felt so happy about the relationship. I feel so angry at times, and I feel like so frustrated at times. Most of the time, especially at the end of the book, I just felt like I enjoyed this book so much. I hope you guys enjoy this review. I hope you guys enjoy me basically giving my feels out to the camera and to you guys. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye! Never throw your books. Okay, you survived. Park survived.